Have you ever wondered what it takes to keep your legs strong and steady, even at 94 years old? As we get older, maintaining leg strength isn't just about mobility, it's about independence, confidence, and living life on your terms. Yet many older adults notice their legs getting weaker, making simple tasks like climbing stairs or standing for long periods more difficult. But what if I told you there's a simple, natural way to strengthen your legs and keep them powerful well into your golden years? In this video, we're diving into 6 essential vitamins that can help older adults maintain strong, resilient legs. These nutrients do more than just support muscle function. They improve circulation, reduce inflammation, and enhance overall mobility. If you've ever felt your legs getting tired too quickly or worried about losing strength as you age, you'll want to stay with me until the end. By the time you finish this video, you'll know exactly which vitamins can help you stay strong, steady, and full of life. More importantly, you'll discover how a simple daily habit, just 1 tablespoon a day, can make all the difference in maintaining healthy, powerful legs for years to come. Stay tuned, because you don't want to miss the last vitamin on this list. It's the one that most people overlook, yet it can make a dramatic impact on your overall leg strength and endurance. Before we begin, if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. If you enjoy this video, please type 1 in the comments. If you don't like it, type 0 in the comments to let me know, so I can make better videos for you. Now let's get started. Number 1, the power of vitamin D. One of the most crucial vitamins for maintaining strong legs as you age is vitamin D. This powerhouse nutrient plays a key role in calcium absorption, bone health, and muscle function. Without enough vitamin D, your muscles can weaken, your bones can become fragile, and even simple movements, like standing up from a chair, can start to feel more challenging. Many older adults assume that weak legs are just a natural part of aging, but that's not entirely true. Sometimes it's simply a sign that your body isn't getting enough vitamin D to keep your muscles and bones strong. In fact, research has shown that low vitamin D levels are directly linked to an increased risk of falls and fractures in older adults. If you've ever felt unsteady on your feet or noticed your legs tiring out faster than they used to, this could be a sign that your body is craving more of this essential nutrient. One way to tell if you might be low on vitamin D is to pay attention to how your legs feel at the end of the day. Do they ache? Feel weak? Do you experience unexpected muscle cramps? Even when you're just sitting and relaxing? These subtle signs can indicate that your body isn't getting enough of this crucial vitamin. Now, you might be wondering, how do you make sure you're getting enough vitamin D? One of the best sources is sunlight. Spending just 15 to 20 minutes a day in the sun can help your body naturally produce this vital nutrient. But as we get older, our skin becomes less efficient at making vitamin D from sunlight, which is why many seniors need an extra boost from their diet. Fatty fish like salmon and mackerel, fortified dairy products, and eggs are great food sources of vitamin D. But here's where that 1 tablespoon a day habit comes in: cod liver oil. Just 1 tablespoon provides an incredible dose of vitamin D, giving your muscles and bones exactly what they need to stay strong. It's a simple habit that can make a huge difference in keeping your legs steady, firm, and powerful for years to come. And here's something interesting: many older adults who start increasing their vitamin D intake report feeling more energetic, more stable on their feet, and even noticing a reduction in those nagging nighttime leg cramps. It's proof that a small change can lead to big results. Number 2, the muscle-saving power of vitamin B12. If you've ever felt your legs getting weaker, more tired, or even tingly for no clear reason, you might be missing out on one of the most important vitamins for muscle health: vitamin B12. This powerhouse nutrient plays a crucial role in nerve function, red blood cell production, and oxygen transport, all of which directly affect your leg's strength and endurance. When your body doesn't get enough B12, your legs may start to feel heavy, uncoordinated, or even numb. Many older adults don't realize that B12 deficiency is incredibly common. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at absorbing this vital vitamin from food. That's why, even if you're eating a balanced diet, you could still be falling short. And when your B12 levels are low, your muscles don't get the oxygen and nutrients they need to stay strong, which can lead to fatigue, instability, and even difficulty walking. Have you ever noticed that some days your legs feel fine, but on other days they feel weak and shaky for no apparent reason? That's one of the telltale signs of a B12 deficiency. This vitamin plays a major role in keeping your nervous system healthy, and without it, The communication between your brain and your muscles starts to break down. That's why some people experience that frustrating pins and needle sensation in their legs. It's a warning sign that their nerves aren't functioning as they should. So what's the best way to get more B12? The richest natural sources are found in animal products like beef, poultry, fish, eggs, and dairy. But here's where that simple tablespoon-a-day habit can come in: nutritional yeast. This powerhouse ingredient is packed with B12 and is easy to add to your daily routine. Sprinkle it on your food, mix it into soups, or blend it into a smoothie, and your legs will thank you. One of the most amazing things about getting enough B12 is how quickly it can make a difference. Many older adults who start increasing their intake notice more energy, better balance, and even a renewed sense of strength in their legs. Some even say they feel like they've gotten a decade of mobility back just by correcting a simple deficiency. If you've ever felt your legs giving out on you, or wondered why they don't have the same endurance they used to, this could be the missing piece. And if you're still watching and finding this information useful, type 2 in the comments, so I know you're here with me. Number 3, the joint strengthening power of vitamin C. If you've ever woken up feeling stiff, noticed your knees aching when you walk, or struggled with slow muscle recovery after activity, your body might be craving more vitamin C. While most people think of vitamin C as just an immune booster, it's actually one of the most important vitamins for keeping your legs strong, your joints flexible, and your muscles resilient. One of vitamin C's biggest jobs in the body is producing collagen, a protein that helps keep your tendons, ligaments, and cartilage strong. As we age, collagen production naturally decreases, which can lead to weaker joints, stiffer movements, and even an increased risk of injuries. If your legs have been feeling sore, achy, or less stable than they used to be, low vitamin C levels might be part of the reason. But that's not all. Vitamin C is also a powerful antioxidant that helps reduce inflammation in the body. Inflammation is one of the biggest culprits behind joint pain and muscle weakness. And without enough vitamin C, your body struggles to repair itself after physical activity. That's why some older adults find that their legs take longer to recover. After walking or exercising, it's not just aging, it's often a sign that their body needs more of this essential nutrient. So, how can you make sure you're getting enough vitamin C every day? Citrus fruits like oranges and grapefruits are great sources, as are bell peppers, strawberries, and kiwi. But if you want an easy way to get a concentrated dose, that's where our simple tablespoon-a-day habit comes in: acerola cherry powder. Just 1 tablespoon of this natural superfood contains an incredible amount of vitamin C, far more than you'd get from an orange, and it's easy to mix into water or a smoothie. Many older adults who increase their vitamin C intake report feeling less stiffness in their legs, more flexibility in their knees, and even a noticeable improvement in their endurance. Some have even said that they wake up feeling more refreshed with legs that don't feel as tired or sluggish. That's the power of giving your body what it needs to repair and strengthen itself naturally. If you've ever struggled with knee pain, slow muscle recovery, or just want to keep your legs feeling youthful and strong, vitamin C is an absolute must. Number 4, the bone-stabilizing power of vitamin K2. If you want strong legs that can carry you confidently for years to come, you need to take care of your bones just as much as your muscles. That's where vitamin K2 comes in. This often overlooked nutrient plays a crucial role in directing calcium to the right places in your body, your bones and teeth, while keeping it away from the wrong places, like your arteries and joints. Many people assume that calcium alone is enough to build strong bones. But without vitamin K2, that calcium may not reach where it's needed most. Instead, it can accumulate in soft tissues, leading to stiffness, poor circulation, and even an increased risk of fractures. That's why older adults who don't get enough K2 may find themselves dealing with unexpected leg pain, brittle bones, or even a hunched posture over time. Have you ever noticed someone whose legs seem to have lost their strength and stability, even though they're getting enough calcium? That's often because the body isn't utilizing that calcium correctly. Without K2, the calcium can settle into places where it doesn't belong, making the joints feel stiff and increasing the risk of falls. So how can you ensure your body is getting enough of this essential vitamin? Fermented foods like natto, sauerkraut, and certain cheeses contain high amounts of K2. But here's an even easier way to get it: grass-fed butter or ghee. Just 1 tablespoon a day can give you a steady supply of vitamin K2, helping to keep your bones strong and your legs stable. Older adults who increase their K2 intake often report feeling a newfound lightness in their legs, as if moving has become easier and more natural. Many even say they experience fewer aches and stiffness, especially in the knees and lower back. It's incredible how something so simple can make such a big difference. If you've ever worried about your bone health or experienced sudden leg weakness, adding more K2 to your diet could be the missing link. And if you're still here with me, type 4 in the comments to let me know you're finding this valuable. Now stay with me, because the next vitamin on this list isn't just about strength, it's about keeping your legs energized and full of life every single day. Number 5, the energy-boosting power of magnesium. If your legs ever feel heavy, fatigued, or prone to cramping, your body might be calling out for more magnesium. This essential mineral plays a critical role in muscle function, nerve health, and energy production. Without enough magnesium, your legs can feel tired even after minimal activity, and you might experience frequent muscle cramps, restless legs at night, or even a feeling of weakness that comes and goes without explanation. Magnesium is often called the relaxation mineral because it helps muscles contract and release properly. When levels are low, the muscles in your legs can become tense and prone to spasms. Have you ever felt a sudden Charlie horse in the middle of the night or tightness in your calves after walking a short distance? That could be your body signaling a magnesium deficiency. But magnesium does more than just prevent cramps. It helps regulate circulation, ensuring that oxygen and nutrients reach your leg muscles efficiently. Poor circulation can lead to a feeling of sluggishness, making even simple movements like standing up or climbing stairs feel more difficult than they should. That's why older adults who don't get enough magnesium often complain about their legs feeling weak or unresponsive. So how can you ensure you're getting enough magnesium? Leafy greens, nuts, seeds, and whole grains are great sources, but if you want a simple, concentrated boost, this is where that 1 tablespoon a day habit comes into play: pumpkin seeds. Just 1 tablespoon of pumpkin seeds provides a powerful dose of magnesium, helping to relax muscles, improve circulation, and keep your legs feeling light and energized. Many older adults who start increasing their magnesium intake notice an immediate difference. They experience fewer nighttime leg cramps, feel more stable on their feet, and even find that their overall energy levels improve throughout the day. Some say they no longer wake up with stiff, sore legs, and instead, they feel ready to move without hesitation. If you've ever struggled with unexplained leg fatigue, cramps, or that frustrating sense of sluggishness, magnesium could be the missing piece. Number 6, the circulation-boosting power of vitamin E. If you've ever felt like your legs get tired too quickly, feel cold more often, or even look slightly swollen after sitting for a long time, poor circulation might be the issue. And one of the best vitamins for improving circulation and keeping your legs feeling strong and energized is vitamin E. Vitamin E acts as a natural blood thinner, helping to improve blood flow throughout your body, including your legs. When circulation is poor, your muscles don't get enough oxygen and nutrients, which can leave your legs feeling weak, achy, or heavy. You might notice that after a short walk, your legs feel sore much faster than they used to, or you may even experience tingling or numbness. These are all signs that your circulation needs a boost. One of the biggest benefits of vitamin E is that it helps keep your blood vessels flexible and open, allowing oxygen-rich blood to reach your leg muscles more efficiently. That's why older adults who start getting more vitamin E in their diet often notice that their legs feel lighter, warmer, and more responsive. They don't tire out as quickly, and some even find that they can walk longer distances without needing to stop and rest. So where can you get more vitamin E? Nuts, seeds, and avocados are all great sources, but here's the easiest way to get your daily dose: 1 tablespoon of wheat germ oil. This simple habit provides a rich source of vitamin E, helping to keep your legs energized and full of life. Just a small daily addition can make a big difference in how your legs feel and function. Many older adults who increase their vitamin E intake say they feel more steady on their feet, experience less swelling in their legs, and even notice that their skin looks healthier. That's because vitamin E not only improves circulation, but also helps reduce inflammation and protect the cells in your body from damage. If you've ever felt like your legs aren't as strong or energetic as they should be, vitamin E could be the key to turning things around. And if you're still here with me, type 6 in the comments to let me know you're finding this information helpful. Final thoughts. Now that we've gone through the 6 essential vitamins that help keep your legs strong, steady, and full of life, let's take a moment to reflect on what we've learned. The strength of your legs isn't just about exercise. It's about giving your body the right nutrients so your muscles, bones, and circulation all work together to support you. Vitamin D ensures your muscles and bones stay strong, while vitamin B12 helps keep your nervous system functioning so you don't experience weakness or tingling. Vitamin C boosts collagen production and reduces inflammation, keeping your joints flexible and pain-free. Vitamin K2 makes sure calcium gets to your bones where it belongs, preventing stiffness and keeping your posture strong. Magnesium helps fight muscle fatigue and cramps, keeping your legs relaxed and energized. And finally, vitamin E improves circulation, ensuring your legs get the oxygen and nutrients they need to stay powerful for years to come. Incorporating these vitamins into your daily routine doesn't have to be complicated. Whether it's a spoonful of cod liver oil, a sprinkle of nutritional yeast, a boost of acerola cherry powder, a serving of grass-fed butter, a handful of pumpkin seeds, or a tablespoon of wheat germ oil, small changes can make a massive difference in how your legs feel and function. The best part? Many people who start focusing on these essential nutrients notice improvements in just a few weeks. Stronger steps, better endurance, fewer aches and pains. When you give your body what it needs, it rewards you with vitality and strength that lasts. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.
Hello there. If you're watching this right now, chances are you or someone you love has been doing their best to stay healthy in their golden years. Maybe that means walking every day around the neighborhood. Or maybe it's making sure you get 10,000 steps in before dinner. If so, I want to begin by saying you're doing something right. But I also want to offer you something better. My name is Dr. James Hall. I'm a geriatric physician with over 30 years of experience helping older adults stay strong, independent, and full of life well into their 70s, 80s, and beyond. I've seen what works, and more importantly, what doesn't. And today, I want to share with you something that could change the way you think about aging forever. The big misconception. For decades, the golden rule has been, just keep walking. And don't get me wrong, walking is a beautiful, simple, and accessible form of movement. It gets your heart pumping, your legs moving, and your mind relaxed. It's a fantastic starting point. But here's what most people don't realize. After age 70, walking alone is not enough. In fact, if it's your only form of exercise, it might actually be holding you back. That may sound surprising or even frustrating, especially if you've been disciplined about getting your daily steps in. But stick with me. I'm not here to take walking away from you. I'm here to add something back. Something deeper, stronger, and more powerful for your long-term health. The silent decline that walking can't stop. Let me tell you something that every geriatric doctor knows, but most older adults are never told. There are 5 silent threats that begin to accelerate after age 70. Muscle loss, balance instability, joint stiffness, postural weakening, overuse strain on knees and hips. Walking helps with some of these, but it leaves critical gaps. Gaps that, if ignored, can lead to falls, pain, hospital visits, and the slow fading of independence. You may feel okay today. You may say, I'm still moving fine. But aging doesn't shout, it whispers. It whispers when getting out of bed feels a little harder. It whispers when you start using your hand to push off the couch. It whispers when a short walk leaves your knees aching or your back sore. And by the time that whisper becomes a scream, often in the form of a fall, or a health scare, recovery is slower, harder, and more painful. But here's the truth. It doesn't have to be this way. New standard, 5 pillars of healthy aging. Doctors today are no longer just telling older adults to keep moving. We're telling them to move smarter, to focus on 5 essential areas of fitness that protect your independence, your energy, and even your brain health. Over the next hour of this video, I'm going to guide you through these 5 pillars. Strength training to prevent muscle loss. Balance exercises to avoid life-altering falls. Flexibility and mobility work to keep your joints pain-free. Core and posture movements to protect your spine and confidence. Low-impact joint-safe movement to reduce wear and tear. These are not complex. They don't require a gym. They don't demand perfection. They just require intention. A small daily choice to support the only body you've got. And I promise you, your body is still capable of adapting, growing, and even improving, no matter your age. The new standard, 5 pillars of healthy aging. Doctors today are no longer just telling older adults to keep moving. We're telling them to move smarter, to focus on 5 essential areas of fitness that protect your independence, your energy, and even your brain health. Over the next hour of this video, I'm going to guide you through these 5 pillars. Strength training to prevent muscle loss. Balance exercises to avoid life-altering falls. Flexibility and mobility work to keep your joints pain-free. Core and posture movements to protect your spine and confidence. Low-impact joint-safe movement to reduce wear and tear. These are not complex. They don't require a gym. They don't demand perfection. They just require intention. A small daily choice to support the only body you've got. And I promise you, your body is still capable of adapting, growing, and even improving, no matter your age. What this video isn't. This video is not about fear. It's about power. It's not about doing more, it's about doing what works. And it's not about blaming you for walking, it's about celebrating that habit while helping you build a foundation that goes deeper. Because you deserve more than just steps. You deserve strength, balance, comfort, and freedom. So if you've ever felt frustrated that aging feels harder than it should, if you've ever thought, I just don't feel as strong as I used to and I don't know why. Or if you're simply curious to know what science says you really need after 70, then keep watching. This video may be the most important one you see this year. Pillar number 1. Strength training. Your first line of defense against aging. Let's begin with what I believe is the single most overlooked and most powerful form of exercise for people over 70. Strength training. I know what you might be thinking. Strength training? At my age? Isn't that for young people at the gym, lifting heavy weights? Absolutely not. In fact, strength training becomes more important as you age less. Let me explain why. What happens to muscle after 70? After the age of 30, your body begins to lose muscle mass gradually. By age 70, you may have lost up to 25–30% of your total muscle mass without even noticing. That process is called sarcopenia. And it's not just about getting weaker or slower, it's about losing one of the key protectors of your life, your muscle system. Muscles don't just help you lift things. They help you stand up from a chair, climb stairs, carry groceries, maintain balance, protect your joints, and even support your metabolism and brain function. When you lose muscle, everything becomes harder. And the worst part? Most people don't realize it's happening until it's already caused real damage. The hidden danger of feeling fine. Let me introduce you to a former patient of mine, Robert, age 74. Robert walked every day. He was proud of that. He felt fine until one day he tried to lift a small box of books from the floor and couldn't. His arms shook. His back tensed. And when he tried to stand up from the couch later that week, he realized he needed both hands and a little push just to get moving. That's when he came to me. Not because he was in pain, but because he felt off. We did some basic muscle strength assessments, and the results shocked him. His lower body strength had dropped by nearly 40% in the last decade. His grip strength, a major predictor of longevity, was well below average. And the truth is, if Robert didn't start working on his strength right then, the road ahead would only get harder. What counts as strength training? Now, let me ease your mind. Strength training doesn't mean going to the gym and bench pressing 200 pounds. It means using progressive resistance, applying just enough challenge to your muscles so they adapt, strengthen, and grow. Here's what that might look like for someone in their 70s. Doing chair squats, sitting and standing from a chair without hands, lifting light dumbbells or water bottles, using resistance bands, doing countertop push-ups, holding a wall, sit for 10-20 seconds, practicing step-ups on stairs. These simple movements, done consistently, can transform how you feel, how you move, and even how your brain functions. Because remember, muscle isn't just for motion, it sends powerful signals to your bones, brain, and heart. The science is clear. Study after study confirms the power of strength training after 70. One study published in the Journal of the American Geriatric Society found that seniors who participated in regular strength training had a 46% lower risk of death from any cause. Strength training improves bone density, reducing your risk of fractures. It boosts balance and stability, cutting your fall risk in half. It improves glucose regulation, helping fight off type 2 diabetes. And it even boosts cognitive performance. Lifting can sharpen your mind. So if you've ever wondered, what's one thing I can do to stay young? This is it. Number 2. Balance and stability. The hidden lifeline to your independence. Let's move to something that isn't talked about nearly enough yet. It may be the most important predictor of whether someone in their 70s, 80s, or 90s lives independently, or ends up in a hospital bed. Balance. I want you to take a moment and ask yourself this. When was the last time you truly thought about your balance? Was it while reaching for something on the top shelf? Was it the last time you bent down to tie your shoes and felt just slightly unsteady? Or maybe you haven't noticed anything yet, and that's the most dangerous part. You see, balance doesn't usually go all at once. It slips quietly, gradually, until one day, you fall. The truth about falls. After 70, let me be clear. Falls are the leading cause of injury-related death in older adults. Not disease, not infection. Falls. More than 3 million seniors are treated in emergency rooms every year because of falls. And once you fall, especially after 70, the recovery can be long, painful, and sometimes incomplete. A broken hip at 75 can be the start of a permanent decline. But here's the part most people miss. Most falls aren't caused by weak legs. They're caused by weakened balance systems, muscles in your feet, ankles, hips, and core that no longer respond as quickly or stabilize as well. And unfortunately, walking alone won't fix that. Why walking isn't balance training? It's easy to assume, well, I walk every day. That means my balance is good, right? Not quite. Walking is a rhythmic, repetitive movement. It doesn't challenge your body to stabilize in unusual positions or respond quickly to uneven ground, curbs, or sudden changes in motion. It doesn't force your brain and muscles to react in the unpredictable ways real life demands. Balance, on the other hand, is reactive. It's your body's internal GPS plus shock absorbers plus stabilizer bars all working in real time. And like any system, if you don't train it, you lose it. Edward's story. A close call. I'd like you to meet Edward. He's 76, a retired school principal who took pride in staying active. He walked his dog every morning, ate well, stayed socially engaged. But last year, something happened that shook him. While stepping off a curb downtown, his right foot landed awkwardly. just a little too far. In a split second, he lost his balance. Arms flailing, heart racing, stumbled forward, barely catching himself on a newspaper stand. He didn't fall, but he could have. And that moment stuck with him. He came into my clinic a few days later and said something I'll never forget. I didn't realize how vulnerable I'd become until my own body reminded me. We tested his balance things like standing on one foot for 10 seconds, heel to toe walking in a straight line, shifting weight side to side with eyes closed. Edward failed most of them. And yet, he felt fine. He had no pain. He walked daily. But his balance system had been slowly deteriorating, and he never saw it coming. Why balance declines with age, and what to do about it. As you age, several things begin to change. The small stabilizer muscles around your ankles and hips weaken. Your inner ear, which controls spatial orientation, becomes less sensitive. Your reflexes slow down, meaning your body takes longer to correct a misstep. And your proprioception, your brain's sense of where your body is in space, becomes less sharp. But here's the good news. Just like with strength, balance can be rebuilt. In fact, many studies show that regular balance training can reduce fall risk by up to 50%, even in adults over 80. Number 3. Flexibility and mobility. The quiet keys to pain. Free living. Let's talk about something that often goes unnoticed until it's gone. Your ability to move freely and pain-free. You might not think of it every day, but the truth is your joints, your muscles, your tendons, all of them work in beautiful coordination just to help you do the simplest things. Turn your head to check for traffic. Reach up to grab a cup from the cabinet. Bend over to tie your shoe or pick up a dropped key. Now imagine this. What happens when those movements start to feel tight? What happens when you stop reaching, twisting, or bending because it's just not as comfortable as it used to be? That's what we call a slow loss of mobility. And it is one of the most underestimated threats to aging well. When the body begins to tighten, as we age, it's natural for our joints to lose fluid, for connective tissues to stiffen, and for muscles to shorten from disuse. This doesn't happen all at once. In fact, many people barely notice it at first. It might start with a little tightness turning your neck in the morning, a slight struggle to reach behind your back, to put on a coat, or a low back twinge when trying to pick something up off the floor. But here's the danger. When you begin to avoid those movements, when you stop rotating your spine, or opening your hips, or lifting your arms fully overhead, your range of motion shrinks. Your posture suffers. And over time, your ability to move with ease fades away. It's not just about stiffness, it's about independence. Because the moment you stop being able to move freely is the moment everyday tasks start to feel like obstacles. Walter's story. I didn't even realize I was stiff. I'll tell you about Walter, age 78. He was a proud walker every morning, rain or shine. He assumed that meant his joints were getting what they needed. But over time, he noticed some small things. He had to bend his knees deeper to reach the ground. Getting out of bed in the morning took more effort, and he'd walk it off for the first 20 minutes of the day. Turning to look behind him while driving felt tighter. He shrugged it off. Just getting older, he'd say. Until one day, he tried reaching to fasten his seatbelt and couldn't quite get it around without twisting awkwardly. That was his wake-up call. Not pain, not injury. Just the realization that his movement wasn't what it used to be. When he came to see me, we did a few simple range of motion tests and, sure enough, his shoulders, spine, and hip flexors were all significantly restricted. And yet, he walked daily. That's the key takeaway. Walking moves your legs, but it doesn't stretch your joints. It doesn't rotate your spine. It doesn't open your shoulders. It doesn't elongate your muscles. Mobility isn't just about moving. It's about moving well. Why flexibility and mobility matter more than you think. Here's what science and decades of patient experience tells us. Maintaining flexibility improves blood circulation, it reduces muscle and joint pain. It helps prevent compensatory movements that lead to injury, and it can dramatically improve posture, breathing, and even digestion. In fact, one large study from Japan found that seniors with greater flexibility, particularly in the spine and hamstrings, had significantly lower risk of falling and better functional independence scores than their stiff counterparts. Think of flexibility as the oil in your engine. Without it, everything grinds, stiffens, and eventually breaks down. Number 4. Core and posture. The silent foundation of strength and stability. Now let's talk about something that shapes every movement you make, even though you probably don't think about it very often: your core and your posture. Most people hear the word core and immediately think of six-pack abs or magazine fitness models. But that's not what we're talking about here. For those of us over 70, your core is not about vanity. It's about survival. Your core is the center of gravity in your body. It's the brace that holds your spine in alignment. It's the stabilizer that allows you to sit upright, walk tall, stand without swaying, and move without hurting your back. And if it weakens, your entire structure weakens with it. The foundation beneath everything else. I want you to picture a tree. A tall, beautiful tree can only stay upright in a storm if its trunk is strong. No matter how healthy the branches or how deep the roots, if the trunk is unstable, the entire tree leans, buckles, and eventually breaks. That's your core. It doesn't just help you do sit-ups. It supports your spinal alignment, your balance and coordination, your ability to stand, walk, bend, and rotate safely, and your posture, a literal shape of how you carry yourself in the world. Posture isn't just about appearance. It's about breathing, blood flow, energy, safety, and even self-confidence. When posture collapses, pressure increases on your lower back, your neck strains to compensate, and your knees and hips work overtime. The result? Discomfort, stiffness, fatigue, and a greater risk of injury. Harold's story. The weight of a weak core. Harold, one of my longtime patients, was 75 when he came to see me about some chronic lower back stiffness. He walked daily, ate well, even did some light stretching. But I noticed something immediately. When he sat in the chair, he slouched. When he stood, his shoulders rounded forward. When he walked, his steps were short and cautious, not confident. We did a few posture and core assessments. He couldn't hold a wall stand for more than a few seconds without feeling discomfort. He had trouble engaging his abdominal muscles while sitting upright. And when asked to lift one knee while standing still, he wobbled not because of leg weakness, but because his core wasn't stabilizing him. Harold had strong legs, but a weak foundation. And that's more common than you think. Signs your core and posture are slipping. You might not notice your core weakening until it's already causing issues. Here are some common red flags I see in patients over 70. Needing to lean forward when standing or walking. Lower back stiffness or discomfort, especially when upright for long periods. Feeling winded faster than usual. Poor posture limits breathing capacity. Trouble sitting up straight without support. A feeling of being off balance when moving quickly or turning. If any of these sound familiar, don't panic. The good news is, core strength and posture can be improved at any age. Even in your 80s or 90s. The right gentle movements can help rebuild your internal stability, reduce back pain, and make you feel more secure and energized in your body. Why it matters? Beyond just the back. Studies show that improved core activation leads to better gait stability, lower fall risk, fewer spinal injuries, and improved bladder control, digestion, and breathing. Yes, you read that right. Your abdominal muscles even help support internal organ function. This isn't about looks. It's about longevity, comfort, and confidence. And the best part, you don't need crunches, you don't need gym machines, you just need awareness and gentle, consistent activation of the muscles that keep your frame upright. Number 5. Joint protection and low impact movement. The art of moving without pain. Let me ask you something simple. How do your knees feel after a long walk? What about your hips after a day on your feet? Do your ankles ever feel stiff in the morning? Or maybe it's your lower back quietly protesting after doing errands? If you've ever shrugged it off as just part of getting older, you're not alone. But here's the truth. Joint pain is not an inevitable part of aging. It's often a sign of wear without recovery, of movement without protection, and sometimes walking without balance. That brings us to our final pillarone of the most important and misunderstood: joint protection and low-impact movement. Because moving your body is essential, but how you move it matters even more. The anatomy of wear and tear. Let's take a quick moment to understand what happens to your joints as you age. Each joint, whether it's your knee, hip, shoulder, or spine, is surrounded by cartilage that cushions the bones. Inside, there's a lubricant called synovial fluid that helps everything glide smoothly. The surrounding muscles act like shock absorbers. But over time, cartilage naturally wears thinner. Synovial fluid production slows. Muscle support weakens if unused. Now, imagine walking step after step on joints that aren't fully supported. Even a healthy habit like walking can become a repetitive stressor, especially when it's your only form of movement. When walking alone starts to hurt, let me be clear again. I'm not here to tell you to stop walking, but I am here to help you understand why walking alone may not be enough and might even be contributing to discomfort. You see, walking involves repetitive impact on the knees and hips, minimal variation in joint angles, limited activation of support muscles beyond the legs. For someone in their 70s or 80s, doing this day after day without any complementary movement like stretching, mobility work, or non-impact activities can slowly lead to inflammation, stiffness, and eventually, joint pain. Raymond's story. The daily walk that hurt more than helped. Raymond, 77, was a dedicated walker. He prided himself on getting his 8,000 steps every day. But over time, he began to notice that his knees ached by the evening. His lower back felt tight. He had to rest longer between errands, and mornings started with groaning his way out of bed. At first, he thought, well, I'm still walking every day. I should be doing better, not worse. So he walked more. But the pain got worse. That's when he came to me. And after just one conversation, it became clear Raymond was moving without support. He wasn't doing anything wrong. He was just doing too much of one thing and not enough of the right things to support it. The shift. From repetition to restoration. When we introduced low-impact, joint-friendly movements to Raymond's routine: swimming twice a week, chair yoga on Sundays, some simple hip and ankle mobility drills before bed, everything changed. Within 4 weeks, his knees stopped aching. His back felt more limber. And most importantly, he was still walking. But now, without pain. That's the power of respecting your joints. Of listening when your body whispers instead of waiting until it screams. So, here we are. You've made it through what I truly believe are the 5 most important lessons anyone over 70 can learn about their health. That muscle mass is your first line of defense against aging. That balance isn't guaranteed and can be rebuilt before it's lost. That mobility and flexibility are the oil in your joints, not just luxuries. That core strength and posture shape not just how you look, but how you feel. And that joint protective, low-impact movement is the art of moving without pain If there's one message I hope you'll carry with you from this entire video, it's this. Movement alone isn't enough. The right kind of movement is what gives you your life back. Getting older doesn't mean getting weaker. I've been a doctor for more than 30 years, and the biggest myth I've seen people believe is that aging means decline, that it's normal to slow down, to lose strength, to feel stiff, to hurt. But what I've learned, and what I've seen in hundreds of patients says this: aging means changing. But change doesn't have to mean losing. Your body still wants to move well. It still wants to be strong. It just needs a little help, a little intention, and maybe a new direction. A simple question for you right now. Take a moment, right now, and ask yourself, do I feel as strong as I'd like to? Do I trust my body to catch me if I stumble? Do I move with ease? Do I hesitate, compensate, or push through discomfort? Do I rely only on walking to stay healthy? Have I ignored stiffness, aches, or balance issues, thinking they're just age? If the answer to any of those is yes, please know this: you can change it. Starting today, it's never too late, and it doesn't take a lot. Here's the beautiful part about every tip we've shared. You don't need a gym membership. You don't need fancy equipment. You don't need to move like you did at 30. You just need consistency. A chair, a wall, a little curiosity, and most of all, a decision to start. Because once you begin even with 5 minutes a day, you'll start to feel it. A bit more strength in your legs, a bit more confidence in your step, a bit more freedom in your shoulders and spine, a bit more you returning to the surface. That's not just movement. That's reclaiming your independence.
Once you turn 60, life changes in ways you never expected. Some people thrive, feeling healthier, happier, and more fulfilled than ever. But others, they struggle. They wake up each morning feeling lost, unmotivated, and unsure of what their days will bring. The difference between the two isn't just luck. It comes down to having the right things in place to support your health, mindset, and overall well-being. In this video, we're going to talk about 5 things you absolutely need after 60 if you don't want to end up feeling miserable. These aren't luxury items or unrealistic goals. They're essential parts of a fulfilling life that many people overlook until it's too late. If you don't have them, life can become frustrating, lonely, and even unhealthy. But when you do, every day feels more purposeful, more joyful, and more rewarding. Stick with me until the very end, because the last one is something that many people ignore until they wake up one day and realize they've lost a part of themselves. By the time we're done, you'll have a clear picture of what's truly important and how you can make sure you have these things in place for the years ahead. Now, let's get started. Number 1, a strong sense of purpose. After 60, life takes on a different rhythm. For decades, most people are busy, raising families, building careers, taking care of responsibilities. But once retirement kicks in, or the kids are out of the house, something changes. The structured days that once gave life, meaning start to fade, and for many that can lead to a sense of emptiness. This is why having a strong sense of purpose is absolutely essential. Without it, days feel long, motivation declines, and even health can start to suffer. Think about it. When you wake up in the morning, what's the first thing that comes to mind? Are you excited about the day ahead, or do you find yourself drifting, unsure of what to do with your time? Studies have shown that people who have a clear sense of purpose live longer, have lower rates of depression, and even experience fewer chronic illnesses. It's not just about staying busy, it's about feeling like your life still matters, that what you do each day has meaning. For example, take someone like Richard. He retired at 65 after a long career in finance. At first, he enjoyed the freedom, waking up late, taking it easy. But after a few months, he felt restless. He missed the structure, the sense of accomplishment. Then one day, he started mentoring young professionals at a local business program. Suddenly, he had a reason to get up in the morning. His energy returned, his mind stayed sharp, and most importantly, he felt valued again. That's the power of purpose. Your purpose doesn't have to be tied to work. It can be volunteering, learning a new skill, helping your grandchildren, writing, painting, gardening, anything that makes you feel engaged and gives you a sense of contribution. The key is to wake up each morning knowing you have something meaningful to do. Without purpose, life after 60 can start to feel like a slow drift toward the inevitable. But with it, every day becomes an opportunity to grow, to give, and to enjoy the life you've worked so hard for. And the best part? It's never too late to find a new sense of purpose, no matter where you are in life. Number 2, meaningful social connections. One of the biggest mistakes people make after 60 is isolating themselves. Maybe retirement changes their daily interactions. Old friends move away, or family members get caught up in their own lives. Whatever the reason, too many seniors find themselves spending more time alone than they ever expected. And while a little solitude can be peaceful, too much of it can be dangerous. A lack of meaningful social connections isn't just bad for your mood. It can take a serious toll on your physical and mental health. Loneliness has been linked to everything from high blood pressure and weakened immune function to an increased risk of dementia. Studies show that chronic loneliness can be just as harmful to your body as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. And the worst part? Many people don't even realize it's happening. They tell themselves they're fine, that they like their independence, but over time, that lack of connection starts to wear on them. They stop laughing as much, stop engaging in conversations, and little by little, their world gets smaller. Take someone like Margaret, a 72-year-old widow who spent most of her time at home after her husband passed. At first, she enjoyed the quiet, the freedom to do things on her own time. But as the months went by, she started to feel restless. She found herself talking less, feeling less motivated, even losing interest in hobbies she once loved. Then one day, she joined a local walking group at the park. At first, it was just casual small talk with strangers, but soon she found herself looking forward to those meetups. She made new friends, shared stories, laughed more, and suddenly life felt lighter again. Social connections don't have to mean a packed social calendar or constant outings. It's about quality, not quantity. A few good friends, a close-knit group, or even regular phone calls with family members can make a world of difference. The key is consistency, having people in your life who check in on you, share moments with you, and remind you that you're not alone. If you find yourself withdrawing, make the effort to reconnect. Join a club, take a class, volunteer, or simply reach out to an old friend. It might feel uncomfortable at first, but that one phone call or that one invitation you accept could change everything. Life is meant to be shared, and after 60, having strong social connections isn't just nice, it's necessary. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Number 3, physical strength and mobility. After 60, the way you take care of your body determines how much freedom you'll have in the years ahead. Some people assume that getting weaker, slower, or more tired is just a normal part of aging. But here's the truth, losing physical strength and mobility isn't just about getting older. It's about not doing the right things to maintain them. And if you don't prioritize your physical health now, it will absolutely catch up to you later. The decline doesn't happen all at once. At first, it's small things, needing to sit down more often, feeling sore after carrying groceries, noticing that stairs take more effort than they used to. Then before you know it, those small challenges become real obstacles. Simple tasks, standing up from a chair, walking around the block, even opening a jar start to feel like a struggle. And once mobility is lost, it's incredibly difficult to get back. Take someone like Paul, a 68-year-old who used to be active, but stopped exercising after retirement. At first, he didn't notice much of a difference, but over time, he started feeling weaker. His legs felt stiff in the mornings. He avoided long walks because his knees ached, and he found himself relying on his arms to push himself out of a chair. Then one day, he tripped on his front steps, not because they were too high, but because his legs weren't strong enough to react fast enough. That's when he realized he wasn't just aging, he was losing his independence. The good news? Strength and mobility can be improved at any age. It's never too late to start. Simple exercises, walking, light strength training, balance drills can help keep your muscles strong, your joints flexible, and your body capable of handling daily life. Studies show that seniors who do regular strength training have lower risks of falls, better heart health, and even improved brain function. And here's something many people don't realize. Muscle loss isn't just about weakness. It directly impacts metabolism, energy levels, and even immune function. The less muscle you have, the slower your metabolism gets. which makes it easier to gain weight and harder to stay energized. And a weaker immune system means you're more vulnerable to illness, injuries, and longer recovery times. So how do you start? Keep it simple. Take a 20-minute walk each day. Do a few squats or leg raises while watching TV. Try light resistance exercises with small hand weights. The goal isn't to become a bodybuilder. It's to keep your body strong enough to support you. Every small effort adds up, and the sooner you start, the more control you'll have over your mobility and independence in the years ahead. Number 4, financial stability and peace of mind. One of the biggest sources of stress for people over 60 isn't health, it's money. Even if you've worked hard your entire life, saved what you could, and planned for retirement, financial worries can creep in. Expenses don't go away just because you've stopped working. In fact, for many people, they increase. Medical bills, home maintenance, unexpected emergencies, it all adds up. And if you're not financially prepared, the stress alone can take a toll on your health, your relationships, and your overall sense of security. Here's the reality: financial stability isn't just about having a big bank account. It's about knowing you're covered. It's about being able to handle unexpected expenses without panic. It's about feeling confident that you won't have to rely on others or make drastic lifestyle changes just to get by. Studies show that financial stress can increase the risk of heart disease, anxiety, and even cognitive decline. And yet, many people avoid thinking about their finances until a crisis forces them to. Take someone like Barbara, a 70-year-old who assumed her retirement savings would be enough. For years, she lived comfortably, covering her basic needs without worry. But then her roof needed major repairs, and shortly after, she was hit with a surprise medical bill. Suddenly, she found herself dipping into her savings faster than expected, and the anxiety set in. Every purchase felt stressful. Every bill made her nervous. The financial pressure wasn't just about money, it was affecting her entire well-being. But here's the good news: financial security is something you can build, even later in life. It starts with knowing where you stand. If you haven't reviewed your finances recently, take the time to sit down and go through everything. Your savings, your expenses, your investments, and any potential future costs. Understanding what you have and what you might need can give you clarity and help you make informed decisions before problems arise. Another key factor: minimizing unnecessary expenses. Many people overpay for things without realizing it. Insurance, subscriptions, services they no longer need. Cutting back on even small expenses can add up over time, creating a cushion for emergencies. And if you're worried about outliving your savings, consider looking into part-time income options. Many retirees find joy and purpose in small side jobs, consulting, or even turning hobbies into income sources. Lastly, don't overlook the importance of having a plan for medical and long-term care expenses. Healthcare costs can be one of the biggest financial burdens in later life, and having the right insurance or financial strategy in place can make a huge difference in your ability to handle those costs stress-free. Financial peace of mind isn't just about numbers on a page, it's about freedom. It's about knowing that no matter what happens, you're in control of your future. And when you have that security, everything else in life feels just a little bit lighter. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Number 5, a sense of personal growth and curiosity. After 60, many people make the mistake of thinking their best years are behind them. They settle into routines, avoid new challenges, and stop pushing themselves to learn or experience new things. And at first, it might not seem like a big deal. But over time, something happens, they start to feel stuck. Life becomes repetitive. The excitement, the curiosity, the feeling of moving forward slowly fades. And when that happens, it doesn't just affect your mood, it affects your brain, your energy, and even your health. Here's the truth: the moment you stop learning, you start declining. Studies have shown that keeping your mind engaged, whether through reading, learning new skills, or even just staying curious, can significantly reduce the risk of cognitive decline and diseases like dementia. It's not just about keeping busy. It's about growth. It's about maintaining the part of yourself that thrives on discovery, on challenges, on the feeling of accomplishment. Take someone like Thomas, a 74-year-old retired engineer. After decades of working on complex projects, he suddenly found himself with nothing to work on. At first, he enjoyed the break, but eventually he started feeling restless. He had no reason to challenge himself, no real goals. Then one day he decided to take a basic woodworking class at a local community center. What started as a simple hobby turned into something bigger. He built furniture for his grandkids, made gifts for friends, and even started selling small pieces at a local market. But more than that, he felt alive again. Learning something new gave him purpose, confidence, and a fresh outlook on life. Personal growth doesn't have to mean going back to school or taking on huge projects. It can be as simple as reading new books, learning a new language, picking up an instrument, or even just trying different types of puzzles or mental challenges. The goal isn't perfection, it's engagement. It's about staying interested in life and keeping your mind sharp, your creativity flowing, and your world expanding instead of shrinking. And here's something most people don't realize: curiosity keeps you young. People who stay engaged in learning tend to be more optimistic, more adaptable, and even more social. It gives you things to talk about, things to look forward to, and a reason to stay excited about the future. So ask yourself, when was the last time you learned something new, just for the joy of it? When was the last time you challenged yourself in a way that made you feel proud? If it's been a while, maybe it's time to explore something fresh. Because the truth is, once you stop growing, you start fading. But when you keep pushing yourself to learn, to explore, and to stay curious, life keeps rewarding you, no matter how many candles are on your birthday cake. Final thoughts. We've talked about 5 things you absolutely need after 60 if you want to live a happy, fulfilling life. A strong sense of purpose, meaningful social connections, physical strength and mobility, financial stability, and personal growth. Each of these plays a crucial role in shaping your future. Without them, life can start to feel empty, stressful, and even isolating. But when you have them, every day feels more rewarding, more enjoyable, and more yours. Now take a moment to think, which of these areas do you already have in place, and which ones might need a little work? Do you wake up with a sense of purpose? Do you have people in your life who truly support and uplift you? Are you taking care of your body, keeping it strong and mobile? Do you feel financially secure enough to enjoy your retirement without worry? And most importantly, are you still growing as a person, learning, exploring, and challenging yourself? If you're missing any of these, don't wait for someday to start making changes. Small steps today can lead to huge improvements in your happiness, health, and overall well-being. The key is to stay engaged, stay connected, and keep moving forward, because life doesn't stop at 60. In many ways, it's just beginning. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.